a little bit early tonight, Thursday evening live. Here's a few of the things that we made today. Did some, those are 308, Woodland 308 micros. If you're not familiar with those will carry 2 308 mags per pouch, or 3 M4s. So you get 4 308 mags on there, or 4 M4 mags. The utility pocket there, that'll hold another 4 P mags. So you could put 10 M4 mags on there if you didn't use the utility pocket for utility. Those are split front 308 chest rigs, 4 mags, 2 columns of pals on each side, compact tear-off med pouches or sustainment pouches, whatever you want to put there. And then we finished up some more cop rigs today, and a bunch of the killdozer bags, flag bags. Those happen every day. And then some more kit bags, the Woodland kit bags. Not sure what is out on the floor right now. Looks like more 308 parts. BBD bags, that's what the thumbnail of the video is. The BBD bags, those are up front. They're similar, it's like a skinny version of the Mystery 9 bag, that M9 bag. And then tons of other pieces of things going on out here. Clever, what's up? Mycon, what's up? Love the Harry Potter video. Thanks, man. We had fun making it. Paula, what's up? Jacob, Enrique, Wexler, what's going on, dude? Ground Fog, Kevin, how are you? What's up, guys? Billy Magnum, Chewy, what's up? I don't know what this is. Day packs, splattered day packs are being trucked up right now. Roll up dump. Yeah, we always have roll up dump pouches. What color you want? All I wanted was breakfast. That's the shirt for this week. Sit there. That is not going to sit there. I was going to show you the back of it. DVD bag right there, Velcro lined. Both large sides are Velcro lined on the inside. Opens all the way up, clamshells almost all the way open. All this other stuff, if there's something you would like to see, shout it out. We can come back and look at it. Here we go, we can lean it up there. This is the back of the shirt right here. It's got the round logo on the back there. Roll up dump pouches. I probably don't have black. Yeah, there's a black in there. Highlander, black, multicam, Typhon Toxic, Typhon Red, Typhon Blue, Arid, OD Black. There's black, Woodland Coyote, more OD Black, Tiger Stripe. Yeah, it looks like we have pretty much everything. If you're about to email me because you have it on order, just stop right there. It hasn't shipped because we don't have the thing that goes with it if you used a code. I literally do 20 emails. It takes hours every day. Hey, I just saw you made these super cool multicam black, red, large clothes bags. Instead of the Coyote one I ordered, can I have that? Sure, absolutely. I can ship it right now. My shipping person is still here. This can ship right now. If you want to skip the, oh, well, I really wanted the, I spend fucking hours every day with bullshit like that. And what they really want is, can you hurry up and ship all my shit? Yes, I can. By skipping the free thing. So if that's what's happening, let's just skip that. Enrique, you're gonna love that thing, man. You're gonna love it. If you used a code, it's gonna be a while on the Harry Potter code, which we set up front. There's a lot of variables to those Harry Potter bags. Has anybody not seen the Harry Potter bags? I have them all on display, clipped up on the door. If you would like to take a look at them, we can go look at those. Chuck, what's up? Already copped the new shirt. Has it shipped out yet? All of the shirts should have shipped, unless you used like the Harry Potter code last night or something. Yep, got multicam roll-ups. Yep, got black roll-ups. Yep, got OD black roll-ups. Gary, what's up? Steve Walters, how are you? Taking a break from cleaning up the garage. Yeah, I cleaned up all the big snake cages tonight. Cop rigs. Yep, we have a lot. We have several colors of cop rigs. Derek Olson, how are you? Packing up to head to Paducah. I'll be passing Paducah tomorrow, probably 11 or 12. We're rolling in up past Paducah. May the force be with you. Right on. Prairie King. Does that say Pirate King? Pirate King. You look like someone who is sad Pride Month. Yeah, is that what I look like? Well, one of us fucks women, and the other one doesn't. You're the one that doesn't fuck women. So I have a wife, so go fuck off somewhere else, you little cunt. Yeah, we're going to shoot up in there, load that cage. It's sounding like it's 250 pounds. So I'm not sure exactly how we're moving that or what the logistics of that are. It's on concrete. He says it can go through the door, but the cage is 4 feet wide, so I don't know. Like, I have commercial doors, I have some 4-foot doors, but most residential places don't have 4-foot wide doors, so I'm not sure what we're getting into. Can't take it apart. They can't come apart. Kevin King, what kind of Harry Potter bag did you choose? American Eagle store in the local mall. So they've been selling it a lot. I bet they have, man. She has good genes. I don't even know who that chick is. I don't recognize her. I recognize the name, but I don't know why. Boy, I'll bet she's making money right now though. Mixed link. No, it's 8 feet long, 4 feet wide, 4 feet tall. It's literally Alpine Harry Potter and oh, that's awesome. You're gonna love it. Can you turn 2 micro rigs into an 8 mag? No, there's no way to do it. I mean, maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe with some 550 cord or something. Terrible idea. New EDC belt, purple thread. Oh, that's going to be nice. Has it shipped yet, or did you just order it? I have absolutely no idea how that picture of that chick is racist. Because she's not liberal. Because she's not fucking a massive fucking wildebeest. because she's not an EBT queen. That's the real answer. Anything they don't like, they call racist. But racist doesn't work anymore. White people are back to saying the N-word, and they're using it in rap, and people are just fucking done with the bullshit. They're literally created. They've spent 5 years getting people who didn't care about them to literally hate them, when you had to go back 2-3 generations for people to actually hate them. And her whole we have good genes. I get it. They probably did that on purpose. Racial hygiene kind of stuff. No one was talking about that chick with the American. Exactly. I still don't know who she is. Sydney Sweeney, is that her name? Sydney something. I feel like she was a MAGA supporter or Trump supporter, or maybe was she a YouTuber or something? Glenn, what's up, man? How are you? Just asking because I need to pick up a 125-gallon tank. This is 6 feet. Chewy, what were you asking? What did you ask? Mixed up. So this is 4 8x8, and he said it's 250 gallons, I think. Let me see what that dude said. It's heavy. Not sure on exact weight. It's a 250-gallon tempered glass. But I don't think it's a fish tank. Like, it's a custom-built snake cage. If it's a top opener, I'm not taking it. Actually, looking at it now, it might be a top open cage. There's no way I'm putting a fucking 16-foot retic in a top open cage. I need that fucking. It's enough of a. And this one's. She's a typical. Food responsive reticulated python, which means they immediately go to bite is their first instinct. So you want to tap them with a hook and then wrangle them out of the cage. Once they're out of the cage, they're fine. Kevin King, what's up, man? Sweeney is a famous model who sued company after they lied to her about an ad and photo shoot. Turned it into lights. I don't know what that says. Oh, LGTB, the alphabet thing, and lied to her about what the ad really. Oh, interesting. The person I got it from kept telling me it was 6 feet wide because they measured left to right. She's got tickle bitties. I still haven't seen the ad. I've seen it like on a video that I'm watching about it that's reduced, right? So I still don't know what the ad even looks like. Just got padded suspenders. You like them? They're nice, aren't they? Harry Potter video was good. Thanks, man. Josh, what's up, man? She's been in a few movies I've seen. I think she was dating one of the dudes who was in the new Top Gun. She was a child Disney star. Weren't they all child Disney stars? You like the Harry Potter, you wonder who the bleeped out dude is? Do you actually know who it was? Paula, what's up? Would the Fupa XL be good to use as a chest pack Are the shoulder straps good, or with an H harness? So I don't know how you would rig it up to an H harness. It comes with shoulder straps. That's how Scully uses it, is with the shoulder straps that it comes with. They are only 1 inch wide shoulder straps. But I mean, what are you putting in that as a chest pack? I mean, they're all set up to be a chest pack. Or they also come with a waist strap, which is removable, as is the shoulder straps. You're not missing anything, just topical old school jeans commercial. The way it should be, the way like what's the fucking lingerie the underwear stores in the mall? Juicy, what's that thing? What am I thinking of? Are we going back to actually women, or are we just gonna have like chicks with dick fucking modeling and big beastly you know, homeless looking girls? Victoria's Secretions, that's it. No, not Frederick's. Victoria's Secret. Victoria has no secrets. We went to one of those months ago, and there was legitimate like homeless girls, like chicks with dirty fucking street clothes, working there. The air conditioners were broke on both sides because they're like 2 or 3 buildings, you know, storefronts. All the air conditioners were off, so they had like these swamp coolers in there. So it was super humid and had a smell to it. The store was super run down. And the people in there, like there was a couple people working there in like the, you know, the Victoria's Secret's outfit, like kind of, you know, dressed up. And then there was motherfuckers running around in there that were like straight fucking got out of bed, maybe didn't go to bed, wearing just fucking like random street clothes. Crappy day. Took down 2 power poles, but cut a phone line and threw a track on an X. That is a shitty day. That is a shitty day, man. We rent equipment from a place, so anytime we've thrown a track, which has been, I don't know, 6, 7 times, like they send somebody out and put the track back on. Like they've been, like we even one of our dudes dropped an excavator dropped the skid steer of the excavator in the pond, like mud, like up fucking half, like up over the controls, buried in mud and water and shit, and then tried to get it out with another one and sunk that one also. And they were awesome about it. I love the Lululemon store here in Lexington. Is that Lexington, Kentucky? All employees are smiling. That's how it should be, man. If the employee doesn't want to be at work, the customer should never fucking know that. Wife found out one of her employees hung himself. That's wild. That's wild. Spencer's. I don't think I've ever been to Lexington, Kentucky.
Yes, you have.
I have?
Yes, you've been to Lexington.
I don't think we've ever been to Lexington. I really don't. That's where Aaron Little lives. We've always gone up to Louisville.
We've been to Lexington. We've at least been through it.
Maybe through it on the interstate, but we've never stopped in Lexington. We've been to, what's the Bowling Green? We've been all through Bowling Green and all the little towns up through there, and then we've always shot straight to Louisville. I don't think we've ever stopped in Lexington. So when you say you took down 2 power poles, was that intentional? Did we want the power poles down, Glenn, or did like we fucking knocked them over by accident or something? Disney be cranking out strippers. And got stung by a wasp. Man, Cody got fucking lit up by it. Somebody else got stung by a wasp here too. Cody had Amanda's 4-wheeler in the garage and pulled something off, and there were several wasp nests. Several of them. Horse farms. It's still, well, like maybe we're moving the power. Yes, took them down for the cusp. There we go. See, so that's not as bad. Utility pocket on a micro rig holds a bare fac. Perfect. Nice. Nice. Warrior Prepper, what's up? And a sore head. Why'd you, because the bee stung you on the head? Now I have fence posts. Oh, nice. Yeah. So power poles come 20 foot, 30 foot, 40 foot, and 50 foot. And they're about $3,500 a piece if you have to buy them new. You're gonna be out in my neck of the woods next week, right on. If you're stopping by here, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And John, I'm not sure who you are, if we've met, or Jonathan Scowery, what's up? Josh, you get that sewing machine up and running? Norhiko, how are you? Tip Top, what's up? Since Oceanside, right on. Any emu videos? I have a emu video I shot a couple days ago. I let them out, and they realize they're out. Watching them is like watching the Roadrunner from Wile E. Coyote, because their feet move, and their body takes off, but their head's back here, and then their head catches up. They do like this emu sound. If you haven't heard it, it's kind of like a whistle, kind of. They're super funny. Super excited, and they'll get separated, right? Because my grass is super tall, so one will take off and the other one will panic trying to get to it, and they'll be at a fence and they'll just keep like jumping up in the air trying to get through the fence, even though they could just like move 2-3 feet to the side where there's no fence. Micro rig holds 2 pull-out med trays. It certainly does. Yeah, it certainly does. 2 pull-out med trays with all your medical stuff organized. I peep at them and they peep back. Yeah, I go, emu, 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 emu. Yeah, here, I'll post a video up on Instagram right now. Shit, we shot a ton of fucking video yesterday. I'm looking for the emu video. I don't know where it's at. I got a lot of videos in here over the last day or two. Here it is. Emu. And it was sewing through 8 layer. Nice. We should do the insurance guy. We should, yeah, with a golf cart or something. We'll use the lifted up Crown Vic out there. The donk. The oil the emus produce is one of the best bug repellents. I haven't heard bug repellents, but I know that the emu oil is very expensive. Inner belts available? No. They have to be built. We don't ever have them sitting. A donk Vic? No. One of the girls that works here has, it's all flat black, almost like rhino lined. It's got racks on it and shit, and it's got, I don't know, 30-inch tires on it. It has more clearance than any of my trucks have, just straight under it, and she fucking drives that thing around. How's the weed pulling going? My dude got all weird the other day, and he's like, I don't appreciate how your employees are treating me. And I go, I don't know what you're talking about. And he goes, well, this lady, every time she sees me, she goes and talks to one of your other employees, and then she goes back and locks the doors to her car. I go, and? Well, I don't appreciate it. Like, he's insinuating that they don't trust him. And I go, well, you should be happy about that, right? Because they don't know you, and if something came up missing, they would automatically assume that it's you. I lock my doors also, and you're the variable that's not, you're the new thing here. And he went on and said it again, and I'm like, look, man, this is a you problem, and it's not a big enough problem that any of my employees or any of my ladies they've said nothing to me, so it's obviously not a problem. And he goes, well, I'll just take my pay from yesterday then and just take off. And I go, yeah, you should probably do that. So because Friday, I pay him every day at the end of the day. I just pay him in cash. And he's like, I'll be here a full day tomorrow or whatever. And I'm like, he ain't gonna be here a full day. It's way too hot. But he gets here and then sits and eats his fucking like he was at the gate on the other side of the gate for 20-30 minutes, but then he comes in here and sits and eats, and when I go out he's sitting on a lawn chair, and I get it, it's fucking hot out there, but I'm always like, hey, the sun's not up on this side of the property, why don't you work over here, and then in an hour the sun will be up and you can work on the other side of the building where you're still in the shade. And there's always there's some disconnect constantly. He does do a good job. I haven't ever been like, I'm paying this dude too much or anything. So he took off, because on Friday he's like, hey, will you just pay me at the end of the week because I keep spending all my money. I'm like, sure, whatever. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't want to do that because I want to be able to just message this dude and go, hey, you don't work here anymore, or I don't need you today or whatever, right? But if I have his money, there's always some tie to come back. So when he did that, I'm like, yeah, here's your money. So I'm having two conversations here. So I'm like, yeah, here's your money. So then he messages me like 3 more times, and a lot of it's pretty incoherent. Like he's just typing, but I can't understand some of the stuff he's putting in there. And then last night, he's like, man, I'm really sorry. I don't want to leave you hanging. I'll just park my car where I am. And I'm like, yeah, I fucking told you to do that already. So he's like, oh, can I come back tomorrow? And I'm like, I just didn't ever reply to him. But there was a husband and wife that came in last week, and they did a pretty good job. They wanted too much money. I'm like, look, I'll pay you. You show me what $20 from where to where is $20. Like, here, this fence post to how many is $20. And then they're like, well, it should. When I came back out, I didn't go, here's your $20. I wanted to see what they'd say, and they're like, well, 30 or 40. I go, well, you said 20, so I'm going with 20, and I gave them 30. But they're like, we'll be back tomorrow. And then tomorrow came, didn't hear anything. Next day, the wife, she seems to be the shrewd negotiator. She kind of seems to run the show. I'm like, which one of you am I talking to? And so she had messaged back the next day, and she was like, our truck's broke. I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. So tomorrow came, same thing. Yeah, it's always drugs. It's always drugs. So yesterday, haven't heard from him for over a week, and this other dude's been here outperforming what the both of them did together. And she's like, did you get that all done? I go, I always have weeds. No matter, you could pull weeds every day, and I have enough property that by the time you get around the building, the weeds will have grown. Like where they pulled weeds 2 weeks ago, all the weeds are starting to come back, but they're manageable at this point. I can torch them at this point and just kill them with the fire. So I'm like, yeah, I have weeds. So they showed up today at like noon maybe, and I'm like, it's fucking hot. Like, you guys should have been here 6 hours ago. And she's like, yeah, I know. So I showed them. I'm like, here, work back here. How much for this? Behind the podcast room. That's where the dude had left. I'm like, how much to do all of the weeds back? Just pull this shit. She's like, $20. I'm like, I'm happy with that. You're happy with that. Come find me when you're done, and I'll show you the next section. So she comes in here. We walk back, and I'm like, okay, next thing's right over here. And she's like, well, we'll be back tomorrow. I have to take my husband to Jackson for a drug test. I'm like, oh, this makes all the sense in the world. You're out of money. You came in, got money for gas so that you could have your husband at probation an hour from here. And that's exactly what it is. Will we see them tomorrow? I don't know. But that's typically, it's stories. There's not been a normal person who has showed up to pull weeds. And I don't expect there to be. There's always people on Facebook, on the local Camden Facebook group, begging for money, begging for work. And they don't want a job. They have some finite amount of money to keep their electricity bill from being disconnected, or to get their dog out of impound, or fucking whatever it is. Did fertilizer and weed control for a company. I'd always roll by at 6:15. You need a bored, retired guy. I just need a fucking normal human being. Like, I pull the weed, and that's like when we went out there today. I'm like, how much to do this? And while I was standing there with him and Han, I pulled like a 2x2 section. I go, these are all long taproot. They pull straight out. There's a hose. You can wet this ground if you need to. Boom, 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 boom. Had a whole fucking bundle. I go, I can do all of this myself in 15 minutes. And that's no bullshit. Like, I legitimately could do the whole thing. I just have other shit to do. I wouldn't even drive somewhere to make $20. Yep. Well, you shouldn't drive here they shouldn't be here to make $20. They should be here to make $100, because that's, they could be here all fucking day. Yeah, they need enough to get the next fix. And I'm not saying that's these people, these two or whatever, but that is the thing. Yes, I do need a manservant. Any opinions on alien ship? I don't have a fucking clue about it. I have no idea. How about the all the animals leaving Yellowstone in packs? I've heard that was complete bullshit too. What I'm really digging right now is all the animals that are amassing on trampolines and jumping on trampolines. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment from those videos. I offered a guy standing on the street a sign that said, "Need work, anything help to clean my hangar restroom," and he said it's not his. Yeah, that's always the case. We got a dude that walks around here that has shown up over the last month or so with a sign that says food. And every time I drive by, I'm like, don't stop, Amanda. I don't need any food. like who the fuck is this person? Food. Not I need food or I want, just says food. And he's every time I have left the compound and gone into town, I've seen this dude somewhere. And the crazy shit is, they have this fucking thing called a blessing box. It's probably 3 feet by 5 feet by 3 feet. And all these fucking virtuous motherfuckers go and put food in this. And then they post up in the local group all the stuff they put in here. And then they'll sit and watch. And they're like, somebody came and cleared it out. Well, that's because you keep feeding homeless motherfuckers. That's what they're going to do. Like, you're out there feeding stray dogs, and now you're surprised that you have stray dogs around. I'd rather feed stray dogs. 24 gallons of cancer. I sprayed 24 gallons of weed killer around my place last weekend. Yeah, I'm trying not. I haven't used any chemical. Like I guess legitimately, I haven't used any chemicals in 3 years probably, other than black stain, black paint, black stain. I think stain. I once handed a dude with a sign a cheeseburger. He opened the box, closed it, handed it back, said, "I don't eat onions, young man," and kept walking. You ever notice all these homeless people have lots of fucking well-groomed dogs? if you're on fucking food assistance and you're begging for food and shit, you shouldn't have dogs. You know you can buy dog food and cat food on EBT? Like I looked that shit up. Like that's real. You can buy fucking pet food on fucking welfare. Always wanted to start an intersection begging with us. Me too. I'm gainfully employed. Yeah, Lance did it. Lance used to hitchhike. Lance hitchhiked all across the country, and he called it flying a sign. I guess that's what they call it, flying a sign. Did the youngster let the snake? No, he didn't. He fucking. It was all his idea too. I know people see that shit and they're like, I can't believe you made him do that. Like that was all his idea, over and over and over, to the point I got tired of listening to it. So I'm like, okay, come on, this one will definitely bite you. It won't even break the skin, and he didn't do it. Homeless guy with the fattest dog. Homeless always have McDonald's vape. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if you just stop some of that shit, you could have something called motherfucking rent. If SRF was going to be on the compound, there should be a weed pulling competition. We did at SRF. I just started pulling weeds while I was out there bullshitting with dudes, and like 5 people started pulling weeds with me. That's the thing, there's always weeds to pull. I've got all these guineas and chickens, and they just run these laps, and they shit out seed. They eat seed and shit seed while they walk. Like the best aquaponics, the fucking absolute best aquaponics is gravel. Because all the nutrients run downhill and settle in the gravel. So any seed that gets washed in there or shit out, it fucking grows perfectly. Man, you want to have the best lawn? Put fucking gravel down and just wait a year. Unpopular opinion, but if you're on welfare, especially long term, that means you can't take care of yourself. You should not be allowed to have kids or pets. Yeah, it used to be illegal to be homeless. It used to be illegal to be unemployed. And it's just, I mean, of course they use that in a manner that it should not have been used, but it also like we get homeless people around that'll set up a encampment where you can see all their trash from the road. And I even told the dude, I'm like, hey man, you're gonna get rousted out of here. Like the fucking law enforcement's gonna snatch your ass up, and they're gonna take you to the county line and pass you to the next sheriff, and they're gonna fucking move your ass far, far. And maybe that's what he was after. I go, but if you just went back in the woods just 50 feet, nobody would see your shit. Like I don't understand why you don't try to be more discreet with it. Well, they are cutting tons of people off welfare. Apparently they're calling back all these student loans too. People's wages are getting garnished and shit. Make a monkey tractor. Train the monkeys to pull the weeds. Same thing with the sheep. I can mow the grass with the sheep, but they shit and plant seed. Like they do great on the grass. That's how the fucking grass is. That's how I have all of my raw dirt is now covered with vegetation because of the sheep, because of the tractors, because of the goats. Yeah, that's what Amanda said. She said, you know, her husband died, so she got I don't know what it's called, what assistance she got when he passed away. And she was on, she was a single mom, husband died, and she got food stamps. And it used to be that you would go and pay with food stamps, right? So you had this voucher thing, and you had to, like, everybody knew what you were doing. And then it moved to something else, and now it's just a normal fucking card, so nobody knows. There's no shame in it. You just go in like you're like the state owes it to you, and you just buy your shit. Find a damn cabin and a lake. Oh fuck yeah, a cabin, a fucking moving van, fucking something, you know, an RV. Heard Trump mentioned reopening asylums. Yeah, maybe. Well, next, and a lot of people don't realize that. Of course, there was people in asylums that did not need to be in asylums. It was if you had a young daughter that got pregnant, or like there was a lot of abuse to that, especially when there's no oversight to it. But there was a lot of poorhouses also. A lot of those asylums were not just asylum; it was a poorhouse. It was a workhouse. Like over in UK and Britain, back in I think up to even the 1900s. It was like if a woman's husband died, she was put into a workhouse if somebody from her family was not willing to take her in and, you know, raise her child with her. First time I took him from the cops was because I stole a book of food stamps from my mom and walked to the store when I was like 4. One big hospice. They also held TB patients. Well, TB patients, like, if you look at Waverly Hills Sanatorium, supposed to be the most haunted property in the United States, they say that people with TB that were placed in Waverly Hills never left. They died there. They were, once you were in Waverly Hills for tuberculosis, nobody ever left. Now, I did find some old videos and interviews, and I think it's those people left not because they were cured, but because the hospital was actually shut down. Yeah, poorhouses, workhouses. You saw a lot of cats doing something it shouldn't be doing. A lot of orphans were given to cotton mills and different mills and factories. So they had these orphanages, which really was like a juvenile detention facility where those kids had to work. And those places owned those kids. They had custody of those kids till they were 25. So when they turned 18, when by today's standards they would legally be an adult, they were still indentured to those factories until the age of 25. JFK and Trump today. JFK and Trump today. Oh, RFK and Trump today reinstated fitness tests. Fuck, man, I remember we had a physical fitness test in California, and I remember when Schwarzenegger became governor, he even upped that. But we had 30 minutes of physical PE in the morning. We had 30 minutes recess. We had an hour of PE or 45 minutes, and then every year we had a California physical fitness proficiency exam. We had to run. I want to say we had to run a mile once a month. We had to do so many pull-ups, so many push-ups, so many sit-ups, and there was a whole thing to it. Obama ended. Yeah, I do recall that. Have you ever seen the videos of physical fitness in like junior high school when the videos were still black and white? The monkey bars and shit, dude. They had like fucking we had 3-story. We had monkey bars that were taller than the school building when I was in elementary school. And when you see those black and white, man, it was like fucking military boot camp. Those kids were all fit. Like there wasn't, and maybe they didn't film it, but there wasn't a fat kid in the bunch. I live 40 minutes away from Waverly Hills. Pretty wild place. Have you been there, Jacob? We had an hour of PE, recess, and pacer test. Yeah, we had recess. Basically, you showed up to school, played till the bell rang, and then we had like a 15 or 20 minute recess, and then we had lunch, and then we actually had PE class, and then we had another recess. That was in elementary school. Yeah, better food for sure. Yeah, it was real food. We had ropes to the ceiling too. Yeah, I never actually saw anybody fall from the top, but we had heard of people falling from the fucking top. And it was way up there, man. Those big hemp ropes. Hey, have you guys I went to buy twine the other night. Just like twine. I had that in my head because I remember you buy this big thing of twine. It had a very distinct smell, right? If you had that in your car, you would smell it for a week, like whatever that off-gassing coming off that twine was. And I went to, because I wanted to tie up some tomatoes, and some trellis stuff. So we went to Lowe's to get twine, and they didn't have, the twine they had was super, super skinny, where twine was always about the size of 550 cord, all growing up. And your family would buy a thing of twine, and you would have it for pretty much the rest of your life, right? Twine is different now. It does not have the smell. It's super small. It is a different color. It's not, I don't think it's even made of the same material. The fittest to the fattest. Have you ever seen the old asylum in Bolivar? I've been in there. I've actually shot video. We were at Bolivar for almost an entire day. If you search on my YouTube channel or just search Bolivar Asylum, you'll see a video. Amanda and I were there for about 8 hours. We were in 6 buildings. There's 2 miles of tunnels that connect all the buildings. There's still an active psych hospital there further over on the property. I did a whole dialogue with the history and everything on it. Cheaper and faster, shittier, yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're talking about hemp? Yeah, hemp's weird, man. The ropes were dual purpose in case a choma was located. Man, the ropes we had were so big that you couldn't tie them naked in Bolivar. I remember there was a plasma donation place here in my town that tried to get homeless folks to donate because they'll pay like $800 a month. Almost all of them homeless were mudbloods. Oh yeah, so you're talking since 2019. They're tight matching them so they can harvest their organs. What's my shirt reference? All I Wanted Was Breakfast. It's a great movie called Falling Down with the actor Michael Douglas. Wes Myers, have you been to Bolivar? Have you ever been there, or have you driven past it and seen it at least? Plasma in the form, plasma in the from, organs in the back. Oh, plasma in the front, organs in the back. Job, Florida State Mental Hospital. They had their own landfill where they dumped our construction waste. Looking through it, I found stacks of Braille Playboy. Oh, you should have saved those, man. You should have saved the Braille. I'll bet that shit's worth money. Driven past many times, walked around it, but never explored inside. Yeah, check out the video, Wes. If you ever decide to go there, hit me up. I'll give you some info on it. Do you recommend any abandoned building channel? Oh yeah, Proper People. Absolutely, Proper People. Just they probably have the best. And then also Broken Window Theory is another one. There's a ton of good abandoned channels. But Proper People just released one today of the Nashville prison. Baling twine is still available at small farm supply stores. Don't. Oh, good info. Good info. Cyclone B. It's been years, but it's definitely a very imposing looking building when you drive up to it. I've heard that they've been making some repairs to it. Would definitely like to go inside. So the administrative building was the Kirkbride building, right? That had the bat wings that came off, right? So Kirkbride's theory was that if you gave the patient access to sunlight and air, it would heal them mentally. So you had those big bat wings. In 2006, I think they tore all those wings off of there. But the main administrative building, the 3-story, which should have, I've not been inside, but it's the exact same blueprints as one in Virginia, and it's got a spiral staircase at the top. Off of the side there is a kitchen that they still use for the asylum, well, for the psych hospital, not attached. The big concrete building was the hospital, tuberculosis ward. There's operating theaters still on the second and third, or third and fourth, second and third floor. We've been all through there. We've been everywhere, to include all of the outbuildings and everything. I walked up a staircase and walked into the kitchen, and there was employees in there. That's how I know that they still use that kitchen actively. Enough electricity can cure. I actually have an electroshock therapy machine. We bought it in Alabama. A lot of those old hospitals are asbestos. Oh yeah, they're full of asbestos and lead. Absolutely, they are. That's the thing, right? So when you turn the air conditioning off, all the lead paint starts to crack and peel. It would cost so much, and they would have to abate it before they can demo it, right? So it would cost fucking millions and millions and millions of dollars to do anything with that shit. Matt, what's up? Falling down. William Defense Foster, falling down. Don't be alarmed. You're banned. Do you look forward to these live bids? You talking about the live videos at night? Yeah, I actually do look forward to doing them. I started this one earlier and said, hey, I'm just going to do a short video. I'm fucking tired. I've got to get stuff ready for tomorrow. With the intention of just being on here like 15, 20 minutes, and here we are an hour later. Even if they closed down the hospital, some people were still on the grounds, made the job interesting to say the least. Dave Smith, I didn't see a prior comment from you. Are you saying that you worked at Bolivar, or you were at a different hospital? Or you're the dude saying you found the Braille Playboy books? Got your stuff in, right on, rock the seat. What'd you order, man? Botanica stopped making stuff in the U.S., went to order jacket, and some of the items were listed as made in the Philippines. So last I heard, you had the option in the drop-down menu of U.S. made or Philippines made. Haven't caught a live in a while. Want to say thanks, my buddy. What's up? Changed my life, speaking truth. Awesome, dude. I hope things are going well for you. cigarette case. Can't order with other items this time. No, I think you can. Does it say don't order anything with it? You can. Was Commando supposed to be a comedy? Arnold is shirtless, shooting an M60 one-handed with no recoil while running with 100%. I don't think so, man. That's just the old action hero movies. Most interactive dude that you can actually meet, and him be as cool as online. Bunch of kick-ass people. Have I been to any ghost towns? No, and there's actually some here in Tennessee. There's some old like completely abandoned towns with like a lot of structures and shit still there. Just got my order from the 4th of July. We've been shipping a ton of that shit, man. Got the new Mystery 11 and some pouches. You're gonna like it. Just got done watching Kickboxer, Jean-Claude. That's exactly what I was just thinking. So it was Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude, and Stallone, right? I remember standing on the playground in like the 4th or the 5th grade. Like, who would you want to be, or which one would beat the other one? I remember having those conversations. I can picture it. I was standing, you know, right on the blacktop by the grass hill, right by the monkey bars. Oh, Jerome in Arizona? Yeah, that looks pretty wild. I've seen videos on it. Through some old coal mining company towns. Yeah, there's a lot in Virginia. Recently got a pair of Katanica shorts made in the Philippines. They seem only slightly less quality. I wonder if I'd be able to tell. I have a fucking ton of Katanica shorts. I'm wearing them right now. I wonder if I would be able to tell if it didn't have the label. Quite abandoned still. So there's a lot of that in Virginia. There's whole entire mines or whole entire like coal mine towns that are abandoned, and then there's like random people that still live there. Like the post office has been shut down, everything's shut down. Yeah, this is a falling down shirt. That's exactly what this is. This is the shirt we did this week. Lead mine, oh shit. Yeah, the lead mine. I watched some videos on some lead mine towns. Some of that's pretty wild, just the toxicity in the water and shit. AOC and Bernie were going to partner up. I heard it was going to be, I heard AOC and Gavin Newsom. Hey, why are you always there in the water? Is that because you're a water monitor? Yeah, falling down shirt should be on the front page of the website. My guy labeled it as fucking breakfast, so it's on the website. If you look up breakfast, it should come up under falling down also, though. Governor Bashir. Crocodiles? No, I don't want no damn crocodiles. I tried to buy a dwarf caiman the other day, and the guy never replied back. He listed it up on one of the groups. In Tennessee, we are not permitted to have alligators or crocodiles. And of course, I'm a allowed versus able. Do it, but do what you want to do. Unfortunately, I'm pretty high profile here, so I have to be able to show things that I have. Eventually somebody will show up and want to look, So no crocodiles or alligators here. Not that I would have them anyways. Do snakes have eyelids? Snakes do not have eyelids, no. What do I think about the problems with the 320? Don't fucking care. Don't care. I would be concerned if there was one sitting on a desk across from me. I would definitely have it in my head. Then again, don't point a gun at me. Point it in a safe direction. Oh, my soul to the company store. That's right. Yeah, that's what I tell people all the time when they're like, what do you think about this? I'm like, there's this other thing. I know that you probably haven't heard of it. It's called a Glock. Glock 19, Glock 17. Might not be the prettiest. Might not have all the most accessories. It's like a hammer, though. They're going to dig that thing up out of the dirt 100 years from now, and it's still going to fucking work. The smallest one, Kiri. The smallest one. That one there. So the door, you know what I'm talking about. The door's there. So the one with the least amount of neck to it. Stop giving gun advice. I don't know why people ask me for gun advice. What the fuck do I know? I don't give gun advice. I usually just make fun of whatever they ask me. EMO 82, what's up? I have a lot of light switches in this building. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Best advice is crypto and testosterone. Was that a rocker? Oh, those are retics. I've got the two that are like rock pythons are Burmese pythons. Burmese pythons and rock pythons, very similar. Reticulated pythons, I've got a lot of those also. The Clintons like the 320s. Would you recommend packing out meat from a hunt with your day pack? No, I think you're gonna need something bigger. I think you're gonna want something bigger, way bigger. Kiri, good night. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Everybody have a good evening. We will see you tomorrow.